Why are you standing over there being weird? That's Nugget. We'll say hello. You're so silly. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today, I'm trying not to be serious. I want to make this fun. We are making what we're calling cozy apple cinnamon. And we're using apple cinnamon from Nature's Garden. Body safe tested, no phthalates. This is probably one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Literally the best apple cinnamon you could ever get. And I absolutely love this. It is not a fragrance oil for the uninitiated. This stuff is legit fast. It doesn't rice, but does it accelerate like a Ferrari? Not necessarily a good soap for doing layers and pours and swirls and lines, but that's what we're going to do. It's actually pretty good for layers because you can pour quickly. I'll be doing 6 of those, 5 layers. It is all I can do to get the soap poured into those molds before it starts setting up. So on one side, you can pour it as fast as you could possibly make soap. You can pour it. On the other hand, if you mess up anywhere along the way, you're toast. Not to be played with. If you were pouring a solid block of something, if I was doing one of these and maybe drizzling something in it, not a problem. But to do 3 or 4 or 6 of those at one time, it's going to be a problem. We are only going to do the stripe portion today. For you guys, it won't matter because it's video. But then tomorrow we'll come back around and we'll cut the soap. You'll see the design when we do it. Cut the soap on an angle. That's going to give you your stripes. And then we'll do a kind of a drop swirl and then a hanger swirl. So it's going to look very similar to our pumpkin soap. If you guys are very familiar with Pumpkin Swirl Delight, probably one of my favorite seasonal fragrances that we've ever done, ever. We've been doing it since the beginning and we're still doing it. That's how much we love it. And everybody else loves it. So we thought we'd kind of pair those up, make the apple cinnamon look like the Pumpkin Swirl Delight. Nailed that. They're going to go beautifully together. We've also added or made sure that we've had or increased production of coffee. So our caramel latte, which is a fantastic warm fall fragrance, and our oatmeal milk and honey, which is also a very warm fall fragrance. This is my favorite of our soaps ever. This is my favorite. This is the one I use. This is the one I love. Every time somebody comes to the table at a show and says, which one's your favorite? That one right there. Absolutely love this. Packed full of ground oats, honey. This caramel cafe is like a trip to Starbucks if that's your thing. It is a coffee on top. It's just smells like coffee and caramel. It's absolutely amazing. So for fall, we'll have oatmeal, coffee, we'll have the Pumpkin Swirl Delight, and we'll have the one you're going to see me make now. I'm not going to show you that until tomorrow, which will be the Cozy Apple Cinnamon. I am not going to get bogged down in process during making this. If you guys really want to see process, you want to see me talk about the ice bath and the goat milk cubes, things like that, go to our YouTube channel, go to playlist, go to soaps. You can watch all my soap videos from the beginning. The further back you go, the more detailed I get into each soap, how we make it, how we use ice bath, all that kind of things, all the ingredients. Just know we're olive oil, coconut oil, goat milk, lye, and sodium lactate. And sodium lactate is a plant salt. We use all mica colorants and titanium dioxide. Clean as you can get. 7 to 10 ingredients in each soap. We are going to be using Trial by Fire for our apple look. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous red. And Mayan, one of those two. Mayan Gold, I think, is the the gold. And then we're gonna mix white with the gold to make a kind of almost like a pie crust or a, I don't wanna call it a pie crust, but it's gonna be a brown and red. Now I'm not gonna talk much because this is gonna go really fast in a hurry. I'm just lightly blending it. I'm not cleaning anything, I'm just moving. I'm gonna just blend this enough to get the red in a little bit. All right, danger. And I'm not gonna blend this at all once that fragrance oil is in there. Because if I forget to zoom out or zoom in, it's already getting thick. That's literally the best that's ever poured. It won't go that well all day. We'll see. Okay, that's layer one. There's gonna be 4 more layers. I'll do the next layer and then I'll skip to the last. There's no point, it's just repetition. The only reason I'm gonna show the next layer is because it's the different color. So I'll show you guys how I'm doing that, and I'm gonna skip past all the lye, oils, blah, 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 everything that makes soap. This is literally fully firm. Now you couldn't take it out of here, it's still pudding inside, but to pour on top of it, no problem at all. Okay, don't worry about this for a second. That's a side quest. Side quest. Almost matches our oceanside sand. Going 1-to-1 with those. My brain's moving too fast. I need to slow down. All right, here we go. No turning back. Move fast, move furious. Too fast, too furious. Now, I think it would hold up, but I'm still going to be cautious and spoon drop it. And this really is just layer after layer. I'm not used to pouring from this angle and I'm blocking my scale. Oh, it's experiencing the thickening. If you guys can see how that's like mounded up already. Can't really show you because if I don't tap it down, it's gonna stay a mound instead of a flat line. Okay, side quest. Christmas trees, Christmas trees. They kind of look like this while I'm stirring. Guys, no joke, this is, these pour so fast that I can actually make other soap while I'm making these. Like yesterday I was doing Irish, Ocean, Jasmine, and Lemongrass while pouring pumpkin. And I already finished 120 bars of pumpkin today. I've been doing trees every single day forever because Snowy Forest is back. It's not back yet. It's not back yet. Snowy Forest is coming back for Christmas. That fragrance is amazing. All right, that's layer 2 with the side quest, and I will bring you back for the last layer. It's going to be another red, another brown, another red. All right, y'all, the last melon or layer, whatever you want to call it. Ta-da! All right, guys, that's it for stripes. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll finish making the soap. We'll show you all the steps of that. And that's it. You being weird again? What's up, guys? Welcome back. Day 2 of Cozy Apple Cinnamon. Wah, wah. All molded up. Nothing to say. Let's get right into day 2 over there. I am supposed to remind you that we will also have the rest of our Aruba soap from summer on Etsy this time. I might have wanted to remind you, period, that the Etsy restock is Saturday, 2 days from now, September 7th at noon Eastern time. That's noon Ohio time, New York time. We will also have the remainder of our Bigfoot soap, which is a ginger bergamot. And the Aruba is coconut, pineapple, mango. It's very tropical summer. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to show you one really. What you'll do is you'll unmold yesterday's batch. Looks like that. Gorgeous, beautiful. Layers. Standard issue coping saw. And I've wrapped a wire from my 10-bar cutter on here. Coping saw, wire. And all you're gonna do, I like to do it on the corner of the counter because it allows the saw to go all the way down. Just gonna cut from corner to corner, very cautiously and carefully to stay right on the edge of the corner. I know it's boring from there, but I can't give you an overhead view because I have to look straight down at this as I'm cutting it. But I'll show you in a second. So basically what you've done is cut that angle right there. They slide apart and become two. I'll put this one back in here carefully. I've already messed up my process now. Normally I would just pop that back in there like that. And then what we'll do is we'll take the top one of these out like that. And I'll pop it into another mold just like that. You'll see that since both pieces are wet where I cut it, I want those to stay together to keep the moisture in there. So when we pour on top of it, your soap bar doesn't come apart. Never had that happen, at least that I'm aware of, and nobody's ever told me that it's happened. But if you poured soap on top of this dry bit, it might just fall apart. Stop being weird. Okay, I'm going to skip everything associated with mixing, matching, lye, oil, all that jazz. I don't want this video to be terribly, terribly long, and they're generally pretty long anyway. So I will bring you guys in right when we get to mixing colors and oils, and then I'll talk through that. Okay, so we got oils ready, we have lye ready. Now it's about to get very fast and very furious. So I'm not gonna talk, I'm just gonna do. You guys can watch. As soon as I have these open and they're exposed to air, it's not a problem, but I wanna make sure that I'm getting soap on them as quickly as possible. The oil moves insanely fast, which I've already told you guys. So I'll take these out, pop them in a new mold like I showed you. Now I made 6 of these molds with full pour with stripes, so that is going to turn into 12 molds. So you're essentially going from 60, what would have been 60 bars of soap to 120 bars of soap. It's the same amount of work. You have to do 2 days worth. It all adds up. I am not going to fragrance the tan portion of this. If I were to do that, by the time I even got remotely close to pouring the red in, it would be set up. Oh no! And the red would just pour right on top of the tan. And you would not be able to create your design. Okay, we're going to pour this off. This is going to become our red for this portion of the soap. Get a nice little layer right on that cut edge. get in a little bit of brown in my red. It's going to make zero difference. Gently. Same as yesterday. Very little blending and then a stir. Now, if I had put fragrance oil in the brown, which is a very little portion of the soap, all of that's for every other bit of it's fragranced, including this, except that little bit of brown. If I had done that and I poured by now, if I poured this on top there, it would just flat out just lay right on top and be a layer. I'll do a bit of a drop swirl. And I'm going to slow down and I want to get a little bit of color on top. Now we're going to do a hanger swirl. Go down. I'm not quite doing the same as I did last year because I want it to be a little more, I don't know, just different a little, I guess. So I'm just staying under the surface and then I'm going two different directions. Like that. To give this kind of a foodie appeal, what I'm going to do is just go drag some of the, I got to do this fast, guys. I got to stop talking. Drag some of the white, the brown into the, it's not brown, it's tan, it's cream. I'm going to mix that around a little bit with the red and then drag this back and forward and make that a little bit of a kind of a cool little design there. Which we use this swirl for a couple soaps. I just love it on the very foodie soaps. Just twirl it around. Ta-da! I'll do the other 6 off of camera. It's going to be the exact same thing for you guys. It'll just make the video super extra long. I did want to show you, I'm not going to have time to cut any either, but I've been making this for quite some time now. So some of our cut bits kind of look like that. So what I was trying to do is just mirror the pumpkin soap. I think they're beautiful together, very fall, very warm, very foodie, great for Thanksgiving. And everything obviously comes out a little bit different for each cut. Since they are a handmade item, you're going to get a variety of different patterns. And that's it. Saturday, September 7th. This Saturday, 2 days from now, on Etsy at noon Eastern time. Come get your soaps. Don't forget, we are going to have a ton of coffee on there to go with these two, and oatmeal, Sasquatch, and Aruba. It's going to be the biggest Etsy restock we have ever done, ever. And we'll see you there. Bye. We'll see you there. Very, very serious ending there, buddy.